So we're here today to talk a little bit about crash testing dummies. The first dummy that was utilized in a sort of impact test was really this thing called Sierra Sam. He's really not instrument at all. It's just a weight that is configured in a sculptural mode to reflect a average adult male. He was used for parachute development at the end of World War II. The most interesting dummy here is our second dummy, and this was the first real crash test dummy. He's called the Hybrid II because he was a hybrid of a couple of different existing models in the late 1960s and early 1970s. He was originally written into part of the Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standard that relates to seatbelt restraints and airbags, but he was not reliable and not repeatable. So he was never heavily utilized in rulemaking, and was superseded by a more modern and biofidelic dummy, that is, one that is more like the human occupant behavior with respect to the impact insult of collision forces. We'll move down to the end of the podium here and talk about the Hybrid III dummy. This is a Hybrid III reflective of the size and body mass of a 50th percentile male. That means an adult male who is the size, height, and weight of an average adult male here in the United States as of about 1970. This dummy is the gold standard of frontal crash test dummies globally. He's utilized in regulations in Europe, in the United States, in Australia, Japan, Korea, China, and so on. He was engineered in General Motors laboratories, and he has several really unique features. He has a flexible neck that is reflective of the neck performance in a frontal crash. He has a well-instrumented head and chest to focus upon head and thorax injuries, and he has instrumentation in the thighs, in the knees, and in the tibia, and in the ankles, so we can measure the likelihood of leg injury as well. This dummy was then sized down to an entire family of dummies. We have a dummy that is representative of a 5th percentile female. She is representative of the size, the stature, and the body mass of a small adult female that's representative of the 5th percentile. That is, she is bigger than 4% of the adult females in the United States, smaller than 95% of them. We've also scaled that dummy, the Hybrid III dummy, into child dummies. We have a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old and a 3-year-old. The 3-year-old is shown here in display in this dummy family. So the Hybrid III dummies are the dummies that are utilized as the crash test tools that we apply in our crash testing to measure the likelihood of injury to an occupant in a particular kind of collision event, or what we would call collision load case.